Dateline Bangkok.
Good afternoon. My name is Mickey Murphy, and I'm here in Thailand performing from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm an Army brat, so I've lived many different places. I've been performing in Asia for a number of years. It's my first time here in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm having a wonderful time enjoying myself here. Right now I'm performing jazz, 90% jazz. I do a little R&B, Motown soul music. A lot of it's on request, but I do many forms of music. I do everything from R&B to hip hop to neo soul, blues, and even a little country and western. My mother was a jazz singer, and her mother was a gospel singer. So I have literally been exposed to music my entire life. And I have several siblings that are also singers. To me, music is a way of expressing virtually every emotion. It's just a wonderful gift that you can share with everyone you come in contact with, and we can all relate to it.
Who were the people that influenced you?
Well, of course, people like Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight, Anita Baker, James Brown. There's just so many great artists that my mother listened to, and as a result I listened to from the time I was born, and just so amazing.
So with such eclectic tastes, who are you listening to now?
I listen to a wide variety of music. Jazz was not originally my first choice. I was doing mostly R&B, pop, but I find that easier on the vocal cords, and it's very relaxing. So right now I'm really kind of getting more into the jazz, listening to like Sarah Vaughan, Nat King Cole, Dinah Washington.
You're performing at the Conrad, so you've got quite an international audience, I would guess. But do you find Thais are quite appreciative?
Yes, they are. Very kind, easygoing people. They love to laugh. I'm just fascinated with the culture, as I am with all of the Asian culture. I've been performing here, like I said, a number of years. Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Korea, Taiwan, and of course, China.
Being a performer, your hours are somewhat unsocial to a lot of the rest of us.
Yes, they are. I say that I live the vampire life. I work by night and sleep during the day.
But nevertheless, do you get a little bit of an opportunity to be a tourist, a sightseer?
Yes, I try to. Right now I'm working 6 nights a week, so Sunday is my day off. And I do try to get out. And there's a bit of a scare with the flu bug going around. But I do try to get out when it's a nice sunny day, see as much as I can in the little time I have.
Have you picked up a few words of Thai?
Sawadee ka, khap kun ka. I'm afraid that's the extent of it.
How long are you here for?
Well, I started March 16th, and my original contract was through June 20th, but I was invited to extend through September 19th, so I'll be here until then. And then I've been invited back to Beijing.
And I understand you've been going in a new direction at this time, too.
Yes, I just had my first novel published, and I'm really excited about it. It's titled Fire and Desire, and right now it's available through the online bookstores like BarnesandNobles.com, AmazonBooks.com, but it's soon going to be coming to major bookstores, at least about 60 bookstores. It's based on true events. Fire and Desire is the story of a struggling female vocalist trying to get her career off the ground, and she is in a really bad personal relationship, and then she gets hurt in an accident and becomes incapacitated, and a very close friend ends up being the one who's there for her. And so they develop a romantic relationship, and he ends up being murdered. And so the story is about her experience and her tragic loss and her recovery, and about her getting on with her life and pursuing her dream. It's based on true events. The characters have been fictionalized, but it's based on true events and actually my own personal experience. Many of the characters are fictional, but some of them are based on people that I've encountered in my life. It's a funny story. It's sad. It encompasses every emotional spectrum. And I read it a number of times myself, just in looking over to see if I want to make any changes, and it still makes me laugh and cry. And
People say we've all got a book in us. Was this something you wanted to do for a long time?
yes, I've always written songs and poetry. But yes, I actually met someone who wrote for television some years ago. And I told him, 'cause I used to be very shy as a child, and people find it hard to believe, how can you be in show business when you're shy? The music kind of got me out of the shy mode, and I always wanted to write. And in fact, I used to express a lot of my personal feelings, just my personal memoirs, in like a private journal. So it's always been a part of me.
And did you find the process easy?
It is not easy. Actually, the writing came the easiest. And the gentleman that I met when I was quite young and asked him, how do I start to write? He told me, you just write. Whenever you feel it, just keep writing. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about timelines. Just keep writing. And that's exactly what I did. And it's like it just took over. And sometimes I'd find myself up all night just typing away, because I was writing it, of course, on my laptop, and I'd be in tears, and I'd be laughing, and my fingers just kind of had a mind of their own, and I actually wrote the novel in 6.5 months, but getting it published has been a longer process. Just getting it edited, getting it presentable to submit. It has to be in a certain format. There's a lot to learn.
And you've more books to come?
I'm actually halfway completed a second book, and this is a how-to book. It's about show business. I have been a vocal instructor for a number of years, and advising. People are always asking me, well, how did you get into the business, and what can I do? And I've encountered so many talented people who have a natural gift to sing, but they don't know what to do or how to get started. It's a step-by-step book to teach them that you can be successful even if you don't become famous.
What are your impressions of Bangkok?
It's a very cosmopolitan and exciting city. The shopping is just, I get nervous. I am a true shopaholic, I have to say. And, but in my defense, I'm always looking at costumes for stage and shoes, of course. And thank goodness I happen to be a petite stature and I can wear a lot of the clothes. So I just find myself, I've got to slap myself on the hand sometimes, say, okay, bad girl, that's enough. The one thing that I really love about Bangkok and many of the Asian cities that I've been in is there is very little street crime. And being from America, you get so used to being frightened, especially being out at night. I'm a little woman and being out by myself. Here, you just feeling of peacefulness and security. If I want to walk to 7-Eleven, at midnight, I don't feel just a sense of dread. So that is an amazing feeling to me. Thai food is fabulous. I do have some food allergies, so I have to be careful. I'm allergic to things like peanuts and citrus fruits, but I try to work around my allergies and really have the full experience. But the food is just fantastic.
So, where can people get the book?
Right now, they can get it at barnesandnobles.com or amazonbooks.com or even authorhouse.com. And the title is Fire and Desire.
And to know a little bit more about you, the artist, where should they go?
They can go directly to my website at mickimurphy.com. That's MICKIMURPHY.com.